Today we're going to CEX and we're going to B&Q. I've been talking for a while about fixing the lights in my room. About 20 minutes ago, I pulled one of these spotlights out. Hang on. I pulled one of these spotlights out the ceiling. Where's my finger? Why is my finger not working? That one. And it didn't do what I wanted it to do. You'd think it would just be change a bulb. It doesn't. It comes down, it's sort of solid black all the way around, and it feels sort of like it's on a spring. Because you let go and it just retracts back into the ceiling, and it doesn't come down much further than about an inch or two, so I can't actually get access to anything. So I don't really know what I'm going to do there. But I'm going to go to B&Q and I'm going to look at what different kinds of lights and spotlights they have, and like take some measurements of diameters and things, perhaps try and work out what it is that I have and what I could possibly change them for. And I'm also going to look for a new tap. Welcome to adulting things. And yeah, Thor's going to try and deadlift 505 kilos in a day or two. What day's today? Is today Thursday? Today is Thursday. I thought it was a Friday. I don't know why I thought it was a Friday. But yeah, we're going to go to CEX. My room is getting tidier by the day. I say that as there's about, I don't know, two pairs of socks and like a pile of 6 games there and some more games on the floor and some Blu-rays that need putting away. That's on today's agenda as well. Those Blu-rays have been there way too long. I need them put on that shelf. The new PC that's been built has been finally moved out of there, so that's a thing. What else has happened? What else have we done? I'm not sure, but there were things. I want to fix those. I don't know why they're falling back. Something I'm tempted to do is my display of PS2 games. I want to change it around. I think, you know, when something becomes so standard that you start looking at it and start looking through it, I think that those 9 have been there for too long. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is I want to display some more of my steelbooks. So that bottom left shelf there is just 50 or so steelbooks. I think it could be kind of cool to put some of those on the shelf because they look kind of cool. And it would just change the flow of things, perhaps. That's my thought. Because those have been up there for quite a while. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm going to have something to eat, something to drink, and then I'm going to head off to CEX. You know, I think I've parked in about the same spot every single time that I've parked here for weeks. Like the exact same spot. I don't know how it keeps happening. Although the car park is fairly busy today. Although I don't see any like super expensive regs like last time. Hang on. Let me spin you around. Although I did see on my way in a car that was like blowing black smoke, which, you know, can't be great, can it? Like, that's got to be a red flag. I always said I will drive my car until it is dead. Why can I hear music? Is that another car? Can't have music. Music gets me copyrighted. Got to turn that right off. Absolutely not. I'm going to say my keys are right. Can't be me. But yeah, I will drive this car until it spontaneously combusts. I have no need for a new car. I'm thankful that at no point was I possessed to do what like lots of influencer boys do, because my peak of social media was when I was like 23 and I'm 27 now, and I very easily could have gone, right, let's get a Porsche or something like way more expensive that I didn't bloody need. I've done 6,000 miles in 3.5 years. What do I need a fancy car for? My 2017 A3 will do. You know, I don't need no fancy car. I went the house route instead, and I think that was the sensible route. Anyway, I think it is going to rain again, because look at the bloody sky. So I'm going to make a break for CEX while I still can. We'll do CEX first, and then I'll go to B&Q, where I need to look at spotlights and kitchen sinks. Adult things. Very much so adult things. Yesterday it was bins. Well, I suppose for you guys it was like 3 days ago. I'm on a roll at the minute. I'm recording like every day. Every day I wake up and I pick the camera up. Let's go. Today was a fantastic trip to CEX, you know. Just you guys wait. Just you guys wait to see what I show you towards the end of the video. Like, pretty surprised, especially with the frequency at which I'm visiting this CEX right now. I'm very impressed with just how they seem to keep getting new stuff in. Like, every day I'm going in, near enough, and it still seems like every day I'm finding something that is, even if it's something I don't want to buy, it's something that wasn't there the day before. And that's pretty cool. I took a look at the various different stock checkers off camera to see if there was anything on my list anywhere local, and sadly not. And I also am going to go into cash converters following on from going to CEX, though I did not film that one. I would like to, but the cash converters, I don't think cash converters in Stafford wants you filming. It's very awkward the way they've placed everything. They recently moved like all of their games and such to be way less accessible. To like, I don't know, it's directly in between the two counters. There's like the pawn stuff in counter, and then there's the buy stuff counter, and they sort of sandwich the game bit. So if I was to sit there with a camera, I would feel very uncomfortable. Whereas in CEX, the camera's small enough no one would ever know if I really didn't want them to. The only reason people ever notice really is because when I do the TikToks, I'm talking out loud. Obviously, when I do this bit, I'm just voicing it over. I could film this bit all day, every day, and not get caught. And not that it matters if I get caught in a CEX, because they encourage it, really. But cache converters seems a little bit of a different vibe, and I try to stick to the vibe, you know? Like, I always do my best to not film strangers or anything like that. Like, I see videos on TikTok all the time of people filming in public, and people are arguing over whether you have the right to do that. Technically, you do. There is no right to privacy in public. Like, if somebody was to get in the shot here, they wouldn't actually have a leg to stand on in terms of me editing them out, but I still wouldn't, like, I wouldn't want to be filmed, so, like, I don't film people. Like, sometimes these sections that I film where I'm looking around and seeing what there is, I film them in split parts if the CEX is particularly busy. Like, I'm about to go to CEX after I film this clip, and it's a Saturday, so could be fairly busy, might need to film it in multiple clips. I'll just wait. Like, I'll go stand in a corner and wait for whatever section it is that I want to free up so that I can go and just film it more casually without encroaching on anybody's space or stressing people out. It's especially hard on a weekend, like if kids are sprinting around too, because obviously they don't have the awareness. Like, sometimes I think people will see me like recording and just hold off 20 seconds while I get through that bit, but yeah. Anyway, I think I might go and get those Baldur's Gates at some point. I just got back in the car. That was the most successful trip I have done to town in a long time. I went to Cache Converters as well. I didn't film that, probably should have. And I found a game in there for like 4 times cheaper than it is at CEX. And it's one of those games at CEX that is pretty rare in general. Like, I took a look, and I think there was like 3 of them in the entirety of CEX. So it was a win. I even cracked a joke because the fella at Cache Converters was a bit nerdy, and he was already talking about CEX. And I was like, oh, that one was like 40 quid at CEX. He went, well, I can make it more expensive for us. Like, and then I also got something quite cool at CEX too that I've never seen before, actually, or at least not in this condition, not this complete. So next up, I'm a drive over to B&Q because I need to go and do adult tasks. I want to go and see how much kitchen sink taps cost and how that works, because I want a better sink and I'm getting annoyed at it. And I also need to take a look to see if they sell spotlights and see how much those are going to cost me, because I'm determined to figure this out because I'm getting really bothered. So I will bring the camera along with me for that one. I want to start vlogging more of the stuff I do. As long as I'm in jeans, it's all good, because there's pockets for the camera and my phone and keys without scratching lenses, because that's always also a consideration. Anywho, let's go, because I think I've been out of the house for quite a while and I don't know how much longer is left on the parking. Now, the problem now is, what kind of light bulb do I need? Because I didn't actually manage to get it out of the ceiling. Does anything in specific say, oh, this is a spotlight light bulb? Is that how that works? I don't know. Why are there so many different kinds of light bulb? I also need them to be really bright. The ones I've got were really bright. See these flat looking things on the bottom? They look like the right sort of thing. I don't know though. I mean, the Philips ones could be cool because they could link up to the rest of the Philips stuff I've already got. And then I could change the colours and dim them too. But that sounds like it'd cost a fortune. I don't know. Lights are stressful. What else did I need to come for? Kitchen tap. Right, so found more lights. These look like the sorts of things that I've got in my office. I think 3000 Kelvin, 4000 Kelvin. But still, how do I actually get the thing out of the thing? I pulled it, it didn't work. This is the problem with not knowing people that can do things, or being, I don't know, the amount of things that I've had to Google because, you know, no dad. Whoops. Right, that was semi-unsuccessful. I'm also going to go in Home Bargains while I'm here, because I think I do need to do a bit of shopping, and maybe some of the stuff I get would be cheaper from Home Bargains than Tesco or Aldi. Especially because I don't get discount at Tesco anymore. I worked at Tesco for years, and then my discount went away pretty immediately, but then it returned for no reason, and it's not supposed to do that. But I kept it, it just didn't go away again until like a couple of weeks ago. You don't need to get any of this from in-home bargains. What you do is you go on My Protein and then you use code Cayle instead. I don't think they've got any My Protein in here, to be fair. Not that I can see, anyway. Some brands I've just literally never heard of. I presume they're maybe some sort of home bargains own. I'm surprised they've not got no creatine gummies. They're the thing at the minute. Brain fuel. Could do with feeding TikTok, some of that. I immediately regretted going in there. Immediately. Won't do that again. That went to about as well as B&M does every time. I don't know what B&M and Home Bargains. It's a different breed. Right, let's go home. Right, I'm home. My stuff is cooking. My chicken. Cayle, what did you have for dinner yesterday? Oh, chicken. What did you have for lunch? Chicken. What am I having for dinner tonight? Take a wild guess. Some more chicken. That's lunch. This is lunch chicken. Dinner chickens from KFC today. I've decided. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go and get those. You know, the 60-piece popcorn buckets. The people on TikTok keep making viral videos where they like count it out. So I'm going to order 2 of them because I wanted 2 to eat anyway, and I'm going to count out how much there actually is in both, and hopefully the video could be well. And then I can business expense the KFC, might as well. Anyway, let's go show you guys what I got. This is actually pretty heavy. Hopefully my living room is in a livable state. I don't know today. Yeah, cool. Right, so let me flip you around. First of all, I got this. This was fantastic. A PlayStation 3 edition, in complete as well, which is very rare, of the Zombrex edition of Dead Rising 2. Dead Rising 2 is a very nostalgic game for me. I spent a lot of time playing that as a kid. I say as a kid. Actually, no, I was probably about 12, so yeah, I probably was a kid. And it even comes with the little injector thing. I'll open that up in a minute and have a look. But this is complete, and you don't see that very often. And it was £1.50 because it's priced the same way as the original. Often, if you do see this, it's just this. Like, I've seen just that a few times. And usually the Xbox edition. The only downside to this, and it has literally everything in as well, that's really cool. The only possible downside to this version of the game is the fact that it doesn't have it along the spine, so I will definitely make sure I keep the slipcover for this one where I don't usually... Oh, did you see how smooth that went back in? Oh, that was... Couldn't do that twice if I tried. How does this come out? Let me see if I can get the injector out. Trying to do this one-handed is so much harder than it looks. Christ, we are full of euphemisms today. Full of it. Right. This feels empty. Ah, that's a shame. Yeah, there's nothing in there. Maybe there wasn't supposed to be anything in there, I don't know. But either way, it looks cool, so maybe it's not quite complete. I don't know. Either way, it was £1.50, so can you moan either way? Like, I don't think you really can. Like, that's pretty satisfying. And then I went to Cash Converters, and I managed to get a steal of a game there, so I got this. If I remember, a couple of months ago, Retro Ghetto got one, and it's like a £40 game at CEX, but they had it on the shelf for a tenner, which I'm calling a win. The case isn't in English, but for 4 times less the price on a game that I wanted, but not, like, extremely, that's cool. As long as the spine and everything is all good, which it does seem to be. There's a bit of a mark there, but I might be able to fix that, I don't know. That is a win to me. That was a cool trip. This is a good day. What was I going to do? I said I was going to do something. I've gone lightheaded now, I've been better. The photos. It's been a while since it's done this. This likes to just make itself not straight all the time. It was my granddad's retirement present, which means it's like 40, because he's been dead a long time. If you've ever wondered what this photo is, it's my nan and my granddad at like 18 and 19. People used to look way older than they do now. Everybody's dead now. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, because that's me basically done for the day. I don't think I'm actually doing anything else besides eating that KFC. Yeah, see you guys later. Subscribe and all that.